INFJs are often seen as wise, calm, and quietly powerful. But what many don't realize is that this depth comes with hidden battles that are often fought against themselves. In this video, we're uncovering 5 dangerous ways INFJs self-destruct and why they often don't even realize it's happening. 1. Suppressing their own needs. INFJs are natural empaths. They feel the pain of others almost as if it's their own. But in their drive to support and protect, they often sacrifice their own emotional needs. They say, "I'm fine," when they're not. They listen, but never speak. Over time, this emotional self-abandonment drains them dry. They might wake up one day feeling lost, detached, or even resentful without understanding why. Suppressing their needs doesn't make them stronger. It makes them more vulnerable to burnout, depression, and quiet anger they don't know how to express. 2. Over-idealizing people and relationships. INFJs have a rare gift. They see not just who someone is, but who they could become. But this beautiful vision often leads to dangerous over-idealization. They romanticize friendships, partners, even acquaintances, imagining deep, soul-level connections where there may only be surface-level bonds. When reality eventually clashes with their ideal, they don't just feel disappointed, they feel betrayed. And instead of blaming the other person, INFJs often turn the pain inward, blaming themselves for expecting too much. This silent self-blame builds walls around their hearts, walls that grow taller with every broken hope. Burying negative emotions. Most INFJs dread confrontation. They crave harmony so deeply that they'll endure anything to maintain it, even at the cost of their mental health. Rather than risk upsetting others, they swallow their anger, their hurt, their sadness. They rationalize it away. It's not a big deal, I'm being too sensitive. But feelings buried alive never die. They fester. Eventually, INFJs might find themselves exploding over small issues or falling into silent despair, wondering why the weight feels so heavy. Suppressing negative emotions doesn't make them disappear. It only guarantees that they'll surface later, often in ways that hurt even more. 4. Isolating when they need help most. When INFJs are overwhelmed, their first instinct is retreat. A little solitude is healing, but for INFJs, isolation can quickly spiral into self-destruction. They stop answering texts. They cancel plans. They retreat not just physically, but emotionally, cutting themselves off from people who love them. The more alone they feel, the more they convince themselves that no one would understand them anyway. What starts as a need for peace often turns into a self-imposed exile, leaving them stuck in their heads replaying every failure, every hurt, every regret. 5. Setting unrealistic standards for themselves. INFJs often feel an unspoken pressure to be everything to everyone. The wise friend, the perfect partner, the selfless giver, the quiet achiever. They hold themselves to impossible standards of kindness, competence, and emotional strength, and every tiny failure feels enormous. Instead of celebrating progress, they fixate on flaws. Instead of feeling proud, they feel guilty for not being better. Over time, this relentless perfectionism isn't just exhausting, it's soul-crushing. It traps them in a cycle of self-criticism, where they are never, ever enough for themselves, no matter how much they accomplish. If you're an INFJ, hear this. You do not have to earn your worth through silent sacrifice or perfection. You are enough. You deserve relationships where you can show your messy, beautiful, imperfect self and still be deeply loved. Self-awareness is the first step to self-compassion, and self-compassion is the first step to healing.